on the air, just waiting for Bobby to come, and then we'll get into this pretty interesting slate. I'm going to get my my Discord up so I can get some news that come to it. Let me just hold on. Let me just fire up Discord, then I'll let Bobby in, and then we will be good to go. There he is. Now he's here. Okay.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, so I just went live. I was just launching my Discord to see if any news is coming across. Here's a guy who has not shown up at all on any of my stuff or any of my crunches where we came up a couple of times. I haven't really looked at content much in the last couple hours. Are people playing Justin Jackson?
We talked about him this morning.
I know that.
He's a minimum cost option, as is Caleb Martin.
Okay.
We need to know if he's starting. If he's starting, then I would be more inclined to go with him, but we need to know probably.
We have a tweet from Rick Bonnell from Charlotte saying, look for Caleb and Cody Martin.
My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
It says, look for Caleb and Cody Martin to play more tonight. Also, figure on Biz being back in the rotation because the Hornets obviously need different bodies to guard Joel Embiid.
I've been saying about Embiid. What was the other part? I didn't understand. It was a long thing.
Look for Caleb and Cody Martin to play more tonight.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Okay.
Also, Bridges can get in foul trouble. Zeller can obviously get in foul trouble. There's a lot of things that could happen. Those guys definitely do, and LaMelo always does. So, yeah. I mean, look, I think we got to talk about each thing. You know what we could do? We could re-go. The problem is we're going to have more information. So we can go by position. We can go game by game, but maybe talking through it would be helpful.
Okay. First of all, as far as I know, I'm still waiting on some kind of confirmation that whether or not Andre Drummond is playing.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that he's not going to. So I think that's pretty big. Not the ideal game you'd want to target exactly, but
you kind of have to play Jared Allen, no?
Well, what happens if after lock? We should just be prepared for everything.
Okay.
Paul George played Kawhi Leonard played 39 minutes last night. That is not something he's done on a back-to-back that I can remember anytime recently. Maybe in I don't know. Actually, I don't have anything like that with him. Paul George played a more manageable 35-36, but he doesn't really have that. I know he had his leg put on backwards once a long time ago, but he's mostly when he plays, he tends to play his minutes. But Kawhi, I'm just looking throughout this year, and yeah, I don't think we have him on one back-to-back so far this year. He did play 34 minutes in that back-to-back, but look, it's possible that he plays. Everything I've been listening to, all the NBA things are just about how everybody's more dedicated to the season because they don't have other things they can do. So when I don't have a Q tag on somebody, I kind of have to. I'm open to thinking about him not playing, but I just think it's possible. We just don't. I don't know what to do. If he's not playing, I do love Paul George and Reggie Jackson. I also would like the Cleveland Cavs team a lot better, especially if Drummond was out. Jared Allen would not be a must play for me at all, but I think he's a better play than Cody Zeller.
You want to talk about some of this since we brought up? We want to talk about some of this under 4K stuff. So there's Caleb Martin at 3K. There's Justin Jackson at 3K, and then a little less. I'd
rather not focus on it, to be honest with you, because the truth is everything else that could happen in the next 35 minutes will make the conversation pointless. So I think we should talk about the guys we are really trying to play.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, unless you have a specific question about the specific value, the specific thought about it, because I feel like right now trying to measure up the value without knowing who's starting. Justin Jack, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? That's something we should have soon because that game is pretty early. Hopefully we'll get the starting lineups in.
Okay, so here's who I want to play.
Okay.
I want to play Bradley Beal.
Okay.
I want to play Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
I want to play DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. And we're all on the same page with these ones, except for I'm not quite as high on Beal, but I still like him. I just think that
I'm talking about DraftKings for the purpose of this, and I kind of want to play Domantas Sabonis.
I do too. We also may. I think that there's a reasonable chance we may not get what's his name in that game. I know it's the first game, but if we don't get Miles Turner, Sabonis becomes even better. Obviously, just owns the boards. Doesn't have to like go stretch out because he can sort of guard Giannis inside. Now, he can get in foul trouble. It's a second of a back-to-back. There's a lot of things you can worry about, but I like it too. I have him on my list. The real priorities I have is the highest priorities I think I have in terms of the spend ups are not all spend all the way ups, but on DraftKings and even on FanDuel too, I'm playing them, but much more on DraftKings are Brown and Tatum.
Yeah. Oh,
I think Brown and Tatum. And even I honestly think you could play them together with Fox. But I don't think that you need to build like that today. I just think that it's a legitimate option where you could get 150 fantasy points from those three.
I kind of want to play Luka Doncic too.
I have him on my circled list here. I like the Luka Trey thing. I don't mind taking both shots of them.
That's not bad.
I just in all honesty, so one of my three big lineups on DraftKings, I've got a Luka Trey stack, Luka Trey just back and forth with a full-on OKC Houston stack, which is kind of a fun one.
I mean, you could totally do that. I mean, with very little stress.
Yeah, I mean, and the weird part is like, what are we really worried about with Luka? So we're worried that he's not the highest scoring player on the slate. Okay, that's okay. We could still win with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet was supposed to be the highest scoring player on the last night's slate. All right, guys, throw some QQs in. Say hello when you get in chat. Great to see you guys already popping in quite a bit. Yeah, we did. Fortunately, I got Pascal out of all my big lineups on DraftKings last night. He was in one of my FanDuel lineups, but that was good. Do I like Fox tonight? Do we like Fox tonight? I do like Fox tonight. And I think it's getting a little bit. Part of why I like him is I like the other side of it. I'm even using as much as I was sickened by this thought earlier. I am going to play some Jeff Teague just because he's good. I mean, he can't be that owned with the other two, right?
Right.
And I've actually got him in some lineups with the other two, with Ish Smith and Maladon. So okay, we're telling you who we want to play. Sheets that is. I've got priorities on DeRozan. I'm interested in both balls. I don't know where I'm going to end up on them, but I'm interested in both of them. I like Gordon Hayward. I like the whole Charlotte situation. I love Devontae Graham on FanDuel. I just don't love Cody Zeller. But Malik Monk is going to end up being pretty high owned. And I like Malik Monk, but you can pivot to Lonnie Walker. Or you could play, who else I'm playing a little bit of is Devin Vassell with no Rudy Gay. So those are some of my other, but I consider them like placeholder value. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going to upgrade that value if anything else should change, or if I get word that Justin Jackson's in the starting lineup and we can project him for 28 minutes or something. All you're playing Jackson for really is the minutes, but the truth is on that team, there isn't that much usage. And I did some looking into the usage. By the way, who eats up the usage in this spot is Lou Dort. Hasn't been that many minutes of him playing without these guys, but he literally just does all of everything.
The other guy who's really just not really that sexy, but just because we're, I don't know if we're looking for pivots, but if you're looking for other sub 4K guys, we could go to Patrick Williams.
Yeah, Patrick Williams and Denzel Valentine are both in play, but probably the wrong slate for it, I think, especially for Valentine, which we got that question just a minute ago.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay.
I do like that. I do like Valentine in general, but it just doesn't make sense to reach for him, I don't think, on this slate quite. I think I would actually rather play Patrick Williams and just take the sure minutes without Otto Porter, without, obviously, Wendell Carter. I mean, look, so one thing is Thaddeus Young is going to be unowned. You can literally just get different by playing Thaddeus Young instead of Cody Zeller. Although I'm still suspect that people are actually going to play Cody Zeller. Or Sheets, we could be those guys, as you would say. We could tell our grandchildren we played Cody Zeller and Thaddeus Young as centers only at 5,900 and 5,800.
We could do that, couldn't we?
I actually was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, oh my God,
we could totally tell the grandchildren that.
We don't even have to do it. We just tell them we did it.
Yeah, we don't actually. Yeah, that'd probably be better if we didn't do it, but told them we did it.
It's pretty funny. It's Thad's a power forward on FanDuel. On DraftKings, I forgot. He's literally on FanDuel.
Let's see if we can have a little fun with FanDuel. All right. Let's see let's see if we can just not be fan. What if we played Giannis? Giannis is a pretty good player. So
Yeah.
let's play him. Let's play. Let's see what this looks like. Let's play LaMelo Ball. And then what I want to do is I want to play the opposite of Zeller. I want to play Embiid.
So I love Embiid. Embiid will be unowned on DraftKings, and we'll have some ownership on FanDuel just because you can't draft anybody else.
Right.
But I really like Embiid. I mean, I think going back to last year now, and last year was more about getting him right. It was more about, trying to figure out the spots where he's motivated, which usually just meant national TV games, basically. Now it's like with Embiid, it's like he's chronically in the same range, but he, in any close game, just basically crushes this, and they have nobody to match up with him. It feels to me better, and I know there are different prices. I think everyone would rather play Bradley Beal than Embiid. I don't necessarily agree with that. It's close.
What do you think of Ish Smith today?
I don't like that I have some of him. I mean, the part of it, my eyes are what's throwing me off because he's looked really good lately, but I've seen this story with Ish before, and he's not always gonna. What you like about him is that in the last 4 games that he's played, he's averaging over 7 assists a game, 7, 6, 7, and 9. He did have the time when he was out. There's no Neto there. There's other things they could potentially do. I mean, I think we just have to play some of them. I hate to be that guy. So do you want to talk about maybe some positions and see the guys? We could talk about DraftKings then FanDuel positions if you want to. I think that might be a good way to go because it's hard on these giant slates to wrap your head around the whole slate at once. So that's why I wanted to name the guys who I wanted to play, and I thought maybe going by position and saying our favorite plays would be helpful.
Okay. We're gonna save this for the time being. Okay, so we're gonna do it on FanDuel or DraftKings.
We can start on DraftKings, then go over to FanDuel if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's no problem. So remember that it's very multi-positional.
Yes.
Whatever, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I guess my favorite play at point. I mean, how do you want to do this? So at point guard. Boy, I'll tell you. Now that you put my feet to the fire, who I kind of like. I kind of like Mr. LaMelo. Yeah.
He's going to end up with some ownership in the end, which is okay. I think he's played. Let me double check. I think he's played against this team twice so far, but I'm not 100% sure that they have. Yeah, they have. They played him twice, and LaMelo was really good in both games with less minutes. And he was really good, and he shot 5 of 16 and 4 of 12, which is exactly the kind of guy we want. And he still got there kind of for what his role was at the time. All right, that's interesting. So I think I have more Maladon than I do the other guys, which is just, again, it's I know it's with the chalk. I'm probably just a little bit over the field on him actually. But I may end up switching some of that as we speak, even to a little bit more Lou Dort, who I'm starting to kind of, which is again shooting guard more specific, but they're multi-position. I love Luka. I don't care about him having a few rough games against nightmare defenses to match up with him, and just not playing well in those games. Had the foul trouble game, got smoked in one game. I'm fine with Luka as being the top price guy that I'll pay for the most, just ahead of Giannis. I like Giannis, but I don't think, even though it's a stars and scrubsy slate, I think there's a lot of really good upper tier. You got Oladipo, you can use a point guard or shooting guard. Eric Gordon, DeJounte Murray. The guy who no one's going to play, and I'm using him more as shooting guard because I do like some of the other point guards. I like Lonzo and LaMelo a little bit, to be honest, at point guard. But Halliburton at shooting guard is probably the lowest owned guy who I'm going to have significant exposure to. And then Trae Young will be the lowest owned guy who I have a lot of exposure to.
Who do you like more on DraftKings? Halliburton or Eric Gordon?
I like Eric Gordon better, but I think Halliburton you're going to get at a fraction of the ownership.
I only have Eric Gordon at 12%. on DraftKings. Is that dreaming?
No, you're fine. It's probably going to be owned about that. That's not like I mean, the fact when I saw his ownership starting to drop because of all these other values, it actually made me just get more into him. So that's partly why I like him. But I mean, Halliburton's been getting there consistently without doing much offensive. Like you look at these numbers with him, and the rebounds are crazy. The assists are nuts. No guards for Boston. But the truth is, it's actually probably better defensively, aside from Jeff Teague, than if Kemba was playing. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, they have no guards in Boston." I'm like, they got a ton of guards. They just not really good all around offensive players, but they're all like at least young and athletic defensively. They're better than Kemba for sure. But yeah, Trae Young stands out. Trae Young and Luka as the low-owned spend-ups, and then the low-owned mid-tier guy at point guard would be Lonzo and Halliburton, and then Maladon and Ish for the value.
Would you go back to okay? That's so. What are the point guards? So Eric Gordon, you could play a point guard, but I don't think I would. Yeah, the Ish thing kind of bothers me a little bit.
It bothers me too a little bit, just to be honest. Like there's something about it that feels weird.
Okay.
Court player against them. I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead.
All right, so let's look. Guys are sort of shooting guard eligible too. So I guess Diallo, right?
Yeah. So I mean, Diallo would be the only one that the highest owned guy who's not in my point guard slot available too. You know, he's not double. He's only shooting guard, small forward. But yeah, Diallo would be my highest owned guy over here, outside of Maladon, who I have on point guard. They're pretty close though for me. And then Lu Dort.
Right. We definitely like Lu Dort, right?
I mean, look, Lu Dort is.
I mean, no lock. I mean.
No, with the way that he plays, you don't know whether you're going to get him to take 10 threes or he won't take any shots or he just wants to play defense. You don't know which Lu Dort, but he does play hard all the time. He's active, and they're going to need offensive firepower. That's enough for me. We also have like guys like Lonnie Walker, Devin Vassell, also shooting guard, small forward eligible, and then Bradley Beal are the guys I'm looking at.
Yeah, that makes sense. Zach
LaVine is not too cheap. He's too overlooked for, as always, right? You know what I mean? There's all these other plays.
Yeah.
One thing you could do to get different, Josh Richardson.
That's interesting.
At 4.5 is a really solid play, I think, too. Played really, really well against Phoenix. It's not chasing. Josh Richardson, I'm not chasing after not 10 years of playing this guy or however long it's been, 7 years of playing this guy. We know who he is. He's defensive-minded. He will be active, though. He's going to play minutes. He is the guy they got in the offseason to play. So he's going to play 30, he could play 37 minutes possibly.
You know, you could spend up, by the way. I still haven't gotten any confirmation he's playing, but D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, that's the other one. But I mean, that last game, you know, or those later games, D'Angelo Russell, I still think there's a chance Tristan Thompson doesn't play, even though he might play just less minutes. You know, obviously we have the Paul George, Kawhi thing. All right, you want to jump over to small forward?
Yeah, so Caleb Martin's available at small forward. Diallo's available at small forward. Baisley's available at small forward. But Jaylen Brown is the play.
Yes, he is. Jaylen Brown is my favorite play, ahead of DeRozan. Although I like DeRozan too. But I like using DeRozan at power forward because small forward is actually pretty loaded with the combo guards and stuff. I like Hayward also as a small forward, power forward, more in the power forward. Same thing with Darius Baisley. And he'll be the one who's a little bit less owned of those other guys. Keldon Johnson, better on FanDuel, but I like him still. Mikal Bridges. Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges has there's routes that happen in this slate where he just goes completely nuts. I actually think I want to get a little bit more of him. I like him as a pivot off of Diallo. He's supposed to play more minutes. He's usually a pretty good fantasy midpoint per minute player, and now he's losing. They lost their best rebounder and defender in Washington on the interior, so he's got rebound opportunities, shot blocking opportunities. There's just more available for him than there usually is tonight. And then you add no Rozier on top of it, so there's more shots to go around.
Yeah.
And then Vassell I mentioned already too. I like Vassell as more of a longer shot play than Patrick Williams, just because if he gets hot. But then again, Patrick Williams is going to play the minute, so he doesn't really need, he just needs to play like just to, I guess, get some tip-ins and stuff. He doesn't really do much offensively.
You know, I think that if Jaylen Brown's the best play at small forward, you could argue that Tatum's the best play at power forward.
Then who is?
Tatum.
Yeah, I agree. Tatum is the best player, in my opinion, at power forward, just ahead of DeRozan, Sabonis, Kristaps, and Hayward. And then you got Bridges mixed in as small forward, power forward. Baisley, Keldon Johnson, like I mentioned. I actually find myself using Giannis more at center today, but it's the other one.
Giannis at center, huh?
I just don't like – I'm looking at the centers, and there's nobody here who I – other than Christian Wood, who I'm, like, thrilled about. Oh, and Embiid. But, like, I mean, I'll have those guys 25% of my lineups. I need to fill out 50%. I don't want to have to own all these other guys. I'm taking shots other than that, or I'm playing my forwards.
Justin Jackson is power forward?
Yep. So dumb. Should be a two.
No, that is not what I was expecting.
Okay, I'm gonna look at questions in just a minute because I want to see if there's anything that's popped up. I keep getting these alerts, but nothing's popping up, so I'm wondering if maybe I'm missing my alerts here. Sheets, let me know if you see anything that I'm missing here. I'm trying to get to the NBA starting lineups page. Nothing new. Looking in chat, let's see what we got. Okay, Monk to go back to. Monk's going to be popular. He's fine to take shots on, but remember, you're taking a shot on a guy that's going to be popular. They might be showcasing him a bit. There's a lot of trade stuff talks with them these days. He's okay. I like LaVine. I don't think LaVine is a guy. The reality is the slate's too good to just say. And if LaVine puts up 50 later and somebody goes, "Oh my God, LaVine was 1% on," I'm just going to say, look at the other constructions you could have done with other guys that are going to score like that too. Not saying that he's a bad play, but there's just so many good plays. It's really, really hard to find too much of him. That's where a little bit where I'm at. Wood on DK, yes, and FanDuel. Diallo, I like, yes. Go for TJ McConnell. That's all you. I'm not going to touch it. Troy Brown Jr. Whoa. I mean, even if he's back, I mean, now we're just getting way into the craziness. That's just craziness. Thanks a lot, WW Fresh. Who benefits more from the Celtics? They both benefit incredibly.
What if I told you that there was a? What if I told you there was a starting point guard in a really, really favorable matchup?
Andre Drummond's playing, by the way. Sorry.
Okay. What if I told you there was a point guard who's going to be starting, who is going to be 3,900 in a really, really favorable matchup, and he's going to be under 5% owned?
It's Elfrid Payton?
It's Elfrid Payton.
I have him in a couple lineups. It's so weird, but I don't
so disgusting.
Yeah. Very little interest in Avdia. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised he's even playing. Like, that was his minutes high since he's come back from his injury. And on a back-to-back, I wouldn't expect him to play much more. And there's other value we can go to. So I'm not playing Avdia personally much. I think he might be in one of my lineups because I don't mind leaving him in a $4 million person tournament. Podol on DK, I actually do have the tiniest bit of him, but I don't feel good about it. Ish Smith or Maladon? I like Maladon better. I'm playing a little bit of both. I don't love it. Can you play Diallo, Jackson, and Theo in the same lineup? Yes. But I would prefer that would be one of your ones you'd run back with at least one Rocket. Any love for Buddy Hield tonight? On FanDuel, maybe. Not really for me, Sheets. I didn't really get there. How about you?
Buddy Hield?
Yeah.
No.
Did we talk about Malik Monk? Yeah, he's not as good of a play as he seems to be, but he's still a good play to take a shot on. I mean, look, anybody who makes their first 7 threes is gonna put up a big score. And I like Malik Monk. I do think there's a chance they might be showcasing him a little bit. They did play him all those minutes. That was because of the foul trouble to LaMelo early. I actually do have a little bit of Robert Williams on DK. That's sick.
Why do we why are we not playing Al Horford?
He's fine. Like a guy with no ceiling on a 10-game slate, and when there's plenty of guys to pay for, when he's not cheap. That's the reason I guess I would say.
I got you.
But favorite guy under 3.8 on DraftKings right now? Oh, let's see who I've got.
There's a lot of them. I mean,
there's a lot of potential ones. There's nothing that I feel like. Lonnie Walker, 3.8.
That's your favorite?
Who's under 3.8? Who you like better than Lonnie Walker?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking at Caleb Martin and Patrick Williams and Justin Jackson and all that stuff. And
yeah, but you just named 3 guys who never shoot the ball.
oh, okay. Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson, who if he even plays.
I don't know, I'm just throwing names out.
Okay. Better than Lonnie Walker?
No.
I mean, we have no Rudy Gay and we do have Derek White there.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker's a good play.
Lonnie Walker or Vassell should have some pretty good run tonight. Lonnie Walker can heat it up too. And I actually kind of like Patty Mills on FanDuel a little bit. Really long shot thing, but he's been getting shots up. He's 4K. It just does something different with your lineup instead of playing the chalky other guys.
Any news coming out or no?
Nothing new that I've got. I'm going to start editing some lineups soon. So with that, let me see if there's any more questions. Guys, I'm going to take a few minutes to edit some lineups. I
don't have any Giannis yet on draft.
Like a 3.7 is a long shot play, but I mean, you're going to be happy 1 out of 100 times maybe. Any Miami like Butler, I think playing Miami is a mistake personally. You can play Butler or Bam or any of them because the matchup is good, but it doesn't make any sense to me on this slate at their prices. There's no way I would play Jimmy Butler over the Boston guys. There's no way that I would play Bam over the Boston guys. I guess that's my simple answer. Diallo and Maladon are both. All of those are fine.
What are you going to do with every time I think about this, I say, well, what are you going to do with Kemba out or whatever? You're just going to, you know what? You're just going to play Jaylen Brown. That's what you're going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm with you. But also, I mean, Tatum too.
Yeah.
They're both awesome.
Those are the 2 point guards pretty much.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Teague is not a bad play, is it? Or is it?
I have a tiny bit of him, but I don't love it. Thunder will start Maladon, Diallo, Dort, Baisley, and Horford.
There you have it.
No Jackson, which really does kind of hurt probably Diallo, and it makes him way more popular. Okay, we're going to need an update on that one.
You like Jeremy Lamb at all?
Not really. I mean, I don't see any reason to do just play Eric Gordon. I mean, there is a chance that they get worked tonight.
So you're telling me Diallo's starting?
Yeah, what does that mean, though, to you?
He's a lock, isn't he?
I feel like he's so much worse than he is now that he's starting. I can't believe it.
But I don't know.
But now the minutes feel secure. Yeah, I understand you. It's hard not to win. I get you. Wow, I just went to edit a lineup, my original lineup, the first lineup I built on DraftKings today, and I don't think I want to edit it.
Okay.
That's pretty unbelievable. Is that really possible? How can that be possible?
Justin Jackson's going to be a good play, isn't he?
No.
I mean, off the bench?
No, he doesn't do anything.
Okay.
You're playing him for minutes, not for production. Although he will be probably more productive because he's off the bench. Martin's a better play than he is.
Martin is a better play than he is. Yeah. He is, huh?
Yep.
He's got to be. Depot, Ayton. Ooh, Ayton. That's an interesting one. Let's see this. I did this. Luka. Yeah, his name is Luka.
I'm going for a hammer stack on this Charlotte Philly game on FanDuel. It just is too easy to do, and I love it. I just think it's a great stack. I cannot quite get the other pieces I exactly want, but most of it.
Axel Patrick Williams. Playing any Whiteside?
No, not really. Maybe like he'll end up in like one or two of my like long shot things, but not really. I don't really want to.
Okay.
I don't love the ball thing as much on FanDuel. I like because I like Lonzo so much better on DraftKings, but it's tempting.
Dort. You like Tate?
Which one?
Tate's under 4K.
Deshaun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay.
So I'm going to go look at my FanDuels as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through mine right now. Sorry, guys. It's this is when I have to get busy.
Just see where I'm at with DraftKings before we do anything else. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Fine. This is good. I just want to make sure I have no dupes here. That's fine. Perfect. Okay. Let me go. I got to rebuild my FanDuels a little bit. I'm going to do like 10. I'm going to build for like 5 minutes. Then I'll take some questions.
Okay.
So, and there's no news on both those guys on the Clippers are playing?
Well, I can't say if they're playing. We just don't have any news.
Okay. Oh, so they haven't said if they're,
They weren't even. They're not even questionable.
Okay. Just.
Oh no, I'm not blaming you. I'm saying it to myself. I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. I wasn't trying to say that. I literally just don't know what to do with it. I'm like, okay, because I just leave it. I don't really want to play DeJounte Murray this much. Why do I end up with so much DeJounte Murray on FanDuel? It seems a little bit wrong.
He just always projects well, like.
No, but it's not his projections. It's just with these guys out, and he's at a price tier I can't seem to get away from.
Okay.
And it's frustrating. Yeah, so basically my big lineups, I'm just splitting up Tatum and Brown mostly, and I don't mind them together. But I'm
going to play one. I think I want to play one with them together.
Yeah, I think if you do, it's not a bad idea to put Fox in that one if you can.
Well, I'm not doing this. I'm playing freaking Quigley. That one's an interesting one, though. That's interesting. Oh, that's all right. That looks good enough.
So I think I'm going to have to stick with my – am I really going to fade every single lineup? I might have one Cody Zeller lineup on FanDuel in my big ones. But I'm tempted just to switch that right over to Mitchell Robinson.
Who needs Cody Zeller?
I mean, look who are we going to play at center? Like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean, on FanDuel?
Other than – do you know what the one thing is that's kind of interesting?
Dude, I'll tell you who you're going to play. But go ahead.
Wait, we may have missed something, Sheets. This might be really important.
Okay.
What if Drummond's going to play tonight? Isn't that a showcase game? Like, isn't that the same thing we were talking about with Monk earlier and stuff, but with a guy who actually is going to be out there and going to get 15 rebounds, whether we like it or not? He's going to end up with 20 points or 15 points and 15 rebounds. That's like his floor. And then his 28 minutes probably.
Who are they playing?
The Clippers, who can't stop anybody inside.
I'll tell you who I just came across in one of my lineups. This is your own idea, man. This is the Galaxy brain play. So my four of my big lineups, they're going to have? They're going to have one Drummond and 3 Thaddeus Youngs.
One Drummond. Are you really going to – really?
Yeah. Why not? It's America.
It's so not a bad play either.
Didn't you say that was a good play?
Yeah, I kind of don't think it's bad. I mean, I'm not doing it. Obviously, I don't like have like my entire endorsement behind it, but it
No, that's all right.
makes makes enough sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, they say so crazy. It just might work, right?
Yeah.
Again, the Cody. I've played Cody Zeller. I'm sorry about that, but I've played Cody Zeller much cheaper over the last week against much worse players. I just don't need it.
I mean, it's a different situation.
Is Dragic playing?
There's no Washington. He's supposed to be. There's no word on him. We have nothing. Wow, this is such a bold play to try the Drummond thing, especially from the team that kept announcing Colin Sexton was playing and then sitting him.
That's pretty funny.
It's like worrisome. Oh, you know who else is a great play we haven't talked about since this morning? Bobby Portis.
I think the spread's too low.
It's not. It's no. He'll make it. He'll make sure to take care of it, Bobby.
Where are you going to play him on FanDuel? You mean? I mean on DraftKings?
Both. I mean, he makes some sense on both. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying, like, I get it. Like, it makes some sense to me. Dude, I can't find other centers that I like on FanDuel. It's actually hilarious. Like, I'm just playing Embiid then. No, I'll throw in Zeller into a couple of the cheapies, but even that's just a filler on some weird lineups.
You don't like Polo?
It's like, okay. You know, I don't feel great about it.
I prefer Polo to Zeller. I don't know.
Wait, who are you all of a sudden? Mr. I hate Jakob Poeltl.
What's his name out? I don't know.
I get you.
I'm so afraid of the Minnesota big people. I mean, you like Rui at all?
On the back-to-back, it kind of killed it for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably. You like Herter at all?
On FanDuel.
Yeah.
I think I am locking in Tatum, and I think I'm going to just play Tatum. I mean, he'll get the lower one. I just cannot fit. It's driving me crazy, this build. You know what? No, I'll do what I like to do. I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to lock in Embiid on FanDuel on my big ones.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes too much sense.
Who do we like at small forward on FanDuel?
The cheapies are Dort,
Gordon,
Tate, Bridges. I like all of those guys. And then I like spending up for Jalen.
You play Gordon and Tate together?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't. Just play Bridges if you can.
Well, I certainly can.
Bridges is the one I would go for. Ooh, one move off of having this nice little stack here. 1, 2, 3. I may have to leave Jalen out of one of them. It's just because the position is stronger because with the bottom.
It's 6:40, so we have plenty of time to do this.
Plenty.
I really like that. We're gonna just pretend none of this exists for now.
Yeah, small forward value is better on FanDuel than the other positions for the most part, unfortunately.
It is. Anybody from the Milwaukee game? You played DiVincenzo, right?
Yeah.
What else from Charlotte looks good on FanDuel? You like Bridges, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, do.
How about Devontae Graham? Nah.
I love Devontae Graham on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have him and LaMelo together. I don't even mind it. Eric Gordon starting. I like that less for Eric Gordon, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I would much prefer it if he wasn't starting.
Any other sneaky Philly guys? Probably not, right? No.
I like Ben Simmons, but I'm just not using him. I'm just saying it out loud. I like him.
Who do you like more, Ish Smith or Theo Maladon on FanDuel? Both about 4,500, 4,600.
Ish Smith or Maladon?
Yeah.
Maladon.
Yeah. And then small forward, Gordon, Bridges, Dort. And shooting guard, Herter.
We need that Washington starting lineup before I can commit to those things too.
What's that?
I want that Washington starting lineup. I want to know who's starting for them. I want all of the starting lineups actually. Sheets, let me know if you go back into chat and see anything because I'm gonna have to make some big time edits here.
Doing one other thing and then I'll go back in there. Small forward, one more small forward thing. I could play Dort, right? Yeah. Okay. That works. Put that right in there. What is this? This isn't working. Oh, screw you. I'm going to go into chat in just a sec, guys. Just give me 1 sec. It's not working. Okay, well, screw you then. Let's see. No, that works for me. Okay, let me see some questions here. I'm going to find it. Then I'm going to go into Discord. Okay, Wizards lineup is out. Wizards will start Ish, Beal, Abdia, Hachimura, and Lopez.
So probably worse for Ish. But it's okay.
Oladipo unlikely to play.
Oh my goodness, that's huge. Oh my God, now that game is like just how do you not stack it? Wasn't he in the starting lineup they just put out? Yeah, he was.
Hang on. Oh, no, that's tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God.
I'm reading our own Discord, dude.
I was like literally.
I'm just reading our own thing.
I know, bro. I was just kidding.
I'm gonna tell you.
I literally was just about to make like a huge swap with him out of it.
So he's gonna sit tomorrow. Okay, so we can play him today if you want.
He's gonna go nuts today.
He's gonna go nutso.
Okay, no, I don't.
Wizards will start. But that is something that Hachimura is going to start, I guess, on the back-to-back. No, or it doesn't matter.
I mean, he's okay. I just don't think it's like a must play. But I don't think it's a bad play, Sheets. I don't think it's bad.
What else do we got? That's about it. So I'm waiting on Drummond, I suppose.
We're not right on Drummond. He's in.
He's in. What about D'Angelo Russell?
We don't know about him.
When is that game? Game is at 8. It's not for a while.
I need time.
He's been playing through a bruised right quad, but he's played through it already. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I already came into this knowing I was going to be editing because it's only the first couple games at the fourth 30s, I'll be editing.
Any love for Hayward?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, one of my biggest things that's pissing me off right now is that I've got this Joel Embiid and I've got all parts of this game, but because of the price of DeRozan, because of the price of Jaylen Brown, it's really hard to get to Hayward for me.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because I like Embiid and I like playing the parts of this. I do think Hayward's a better play than DeRozan. Get up.
You think Hayward's a better player than DeRozan?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think I do. I think I stand by that.
So they haven't announced the starters, and they announced starters at Charlotte. Oh, Caleb Martin. Okay, he wouldn't be starting anyway. Okay.
He wasn't starting. No, he would have started. He started in this spot before. He just didn't happen to start this one.
Okay, but he'll be all right, right? What do you mean? He's still a good player, right?
He's okay. He's not like I'm not like excited about it.
Okay.
Hayward. I do have one Embiid and Zeller stack now. I just got myself one on DraftKings. I don't love Zeller. I really wanted to stack that game.
Let's see. Bertans. It's FanDuel. Let's see. We'll do one more run of DraftKings. See if I want to change anything. Keen. This one. 17.
Miles Turner's in.
Okay.
Miles Turner has put up 39 or more in 4 of his last 6, including 250-somethings.
Who?
Miles Turner.
See this. One more time just to see if I'm not missing anything. 8, and then snag times 0, 8. I don't want to do that. Crap. I'm not running out of time. I'm fine. I wonder. I wonder what I'm going to end up doing with this white side. Yeah, I might end up playing 1 or 2 white sides. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to go 0 with that. You know who might play? Maybe your man Kendrick Williams might get in there.
It's true. I don't think it's the right kind of slate though. That was a 3-game slate or something. I was talking about play I think. I don't think I would play him here. I don't hate myself quite that much. Close. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you hate yourself enough to play Garrison Matthews? Probably not, right?
I don't think it's the worst play. Do I hate myself enough to play Podolin Wade is the question.
I got no problem with that tonight. I just have, I don't know. I don't know why I have no problem. I guess I should have a problem with it.
Why don't you have a problem with it?
I don't know why. I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. No Aldridge, and he's playing the team with no freaking. He can't do anything. I don't know. I think he'll get I think he can get a double-double in this spot. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna yeah, that looks like the idea. We're just gonna do that.
All right, I need to fix this. Let me know if you see any questions. I know we're both doing this, so just in case you do, just throwing it out there.
I got a full 5 minutes. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much time I have. I can take as many questions as you guys want. I got so much time here. Let's put one of these and then. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it to Whiteside tonight. Although that one looks like a real sweet lineup with him in. No, Drew Eubanks, no thanks.
If I don't, oh my God, Bagley's going to end up killing me. It's just Lonzo is in such a bad matchup. It makes me annoyed to play him. He doesn't need to have a good matchup to play well. Like he doesn't even F it. No.
Would you play Lonnie Walker and DeMar DeRozan together?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, this has literally no chance to win, but we're going to put it in anyway.
How about mine? You should see what I've got going here. I've got a little Drummond everywhere action.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. All right, anything else, guys?
I don't know if there's anything in chat. Can you see anything?
Is Tucker okay tonight?
I don't like it, but it's always a chance with him.
I got talked into Drummond. I like him more than Embiid now. They're both pretty good plays.
Yeah.
Embiid's a better player, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, I'm sorry. Embiid's a better player than who?
Isn't what's his name? Embiid a better player than Drummond?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, he is. Sorry, I'm trying to figure. I'm sorry. I'm something here.
The good thing is I got that Peyton lineup out. You know what? I'm gonna do a couple. You got 1 minute? Okay, very good. So we'll do that. Put him in. And then people are really playing Zeller and DraftKings.
Yeah, they are. No, it's crazy. Okay, got mine in. I'm sure we're going to hear about more stuff that's going to happen. All right, I'll take a quick, guys. I know Sheets is going to get out of here in a second, so I'm just going to answer your questions really quick while I got a chance. Keldon Johnson is fine on DK. Kenrich Williams, not for me. Dicer, Podol, Podol. Unless we hear somebody's out. Let's see. Talked to Drummond, like him more than Embiid now. I like Embiid better, but I do like. I think Drummond's sneaky. Better DeRozan or Oladipo on FanDuel. They're different, very different prices. Oladipo is the better play for raw points. DeRozan is probably the better point per dollar play. That's all we got, Sheets. Good luck to everybody.
Yep. Thank you guys very much.
Smash the like and subscribe, and thank you for hanging out with us. Any last quick questions? I'll try and hang out and chat and answer them for you, but I think that Sheets is going to get out of here. Sheets, have a nice dinner, and good luck to everybody.
All right. I'll throw this in here.